1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Mandolin land, Mike Hedding here, coming to you today with the old bluegrass song, Columbus Stockade Blues in the key of A. This is a great old song. Again, kind of one of those songs that crosses genres between blues and bluegrass. I know Bill Monroe had a great version of this. I think Doc Watson has done it. A bunch of people have done this song. It's a great old song. We're going to crank up the speed a little bit and kind of work on some solo positions in the key of A. So we're going to think a little bit more right-hand driven solo on this song because the speed is faster. A little bit less on fancy left-hand moves and more on slides. And again, kind of keeping that drive and rhythm with our right hand versus adding a lot of pitch changes with our left hand. This is definitely more of a traditional Monroe style, Bill Monroe style way to approach a solo than more of like a modern mandolin style way that you would approach this solo. So this is a very traditional way to approach a bluegrass melody, is kind of playing out of these solo shapes using a lot of right hand to imply the melody, and that allows you to simplify the left hand, which allows you to play faster. We'll break down the solo for the verse and for the chorus note for note, just like I just played at the beginning of the video. Show you all the left hand moves, all the pick direction you need to get the solo down, any tips and tricks you need to know. We'll break all that down. And then we'll do a backup lesson for Columbus Stockade Blues. So we're going to get deeper into chop chords, how to do the boom, chuck, bass, chop, mandolin rhythm. That's the basis for bluegrass, right? That boom, chuck rhythm. We're going to use that on this song and play some chop chords. Let's start breaking down Columbus Stockade Blues in the key of A. All right, let's start breaking down the first half of the verse solo to Columbus Stockade Blues in the key of A. So let's play the first 8 measures into the beginning of measure 9. That'll be like halfway through the verse. It'll give you a good sense of that initial melody that we're trying to play. So let's play that and then we'll start breaking it down. Here we go. All right, starting in the pickup in measure 1. Do that a few times. I'll do it really slow. And one time a little faster. Okay, so we're going to start with a little descending pickup in measure 1. We're going to start with our ring finger of our left hand up on the 5th fret of the high E string, which is a high A note. And we're going to count B1 is going to be a rest, and then we're going to play 5, 2, open on the high E string. And then 4th fret on the A string with an upstroke. Really important with your right hand, do an upstroke. And then 2nd fret with your index finger. So you have... And we're going to land on that open A as our starting melody. What we're doing in this case is we're going from above our starting note, the A, in pitch, and we're just walking down. You could do basically the opposite and maybe start low. Something like that as well. Remember, find your target note, in this case our open A string, and you can either go up to the note in pitch or come from above the note and go down. So that's just a way to think about your pickups. You're always trying to find your target note, and then you can either go up to it or you can go down to it, and then you just have to figure out how much time you have. So you can do a longer run in, a shorter run in. This time we're doing a little bit of a longer run in. We're just going... You could actually just loop that. So make the open A string the start is probably the trickiest part. It's down, up, down, up, down, down. And then that's gonna start measure 2. So open A string. And then we're just gonna fill it up with a 4/7 slide on the D string, which is sliding into where that note's the same. So we're just filling it up there. And then just filling the rest of the measure with the open A string. So one thing I like to do on these faster songs as well is pick my spots to do runs with my left hand, and then I kind of use those open strings and slides, because I can actually keep my right hand moving a little bit faster. For me personally, on a faster song, I'd rather use my right hand to keep that speed than doing a bunch of flurry left hand notes. For me, that's trickier. For me, it's easier to move my right hand a little bit faster, simplify my left hand, and then pick those spots to do those little runs. So that's what we're gonna do. So we're starting with a little run, right? And then this is just a measure basically to give our hand a break. You can just loop that. If you want a little bluesier, you can do the 5th fret instead of the 4th. Either way works. I personally like the sound of the 4th fret, but try both, or if you accidentally slide from the 5th fret, it's not the end of the world. So remember, we do that slide, and then open A string, measure 3, down, up, and then 4th fret, 5th fret. And then we're going to slide from 5 to 7, same idea. Our melody is the high A string. Something like that, right? So we're basically going from the A to the high E, and then back down, and then kind of going back up, and then a little ending. So that's all we're doing there. So we're just filling up that melody with slides, really, is what we're doing. So this is measure 2. Same idea here, 5/7 slide, down, ups. So I do down, up, down, up, down, and then a down, up. You could also fill that whole measure up with right hand picking. I just add a little bit of a rhythm there. And then a little lick. Again, back to now we're going to play more of a notey lick with our left hand, right? So we're doing that contrasting run. Give your hand a break. Slide. And then a little run. So you slide basically from 3 to 4 on the A string and do a down, up, and then down, up. We're kind of just working these notes. So you have, that's measure 4 and 5. Keep your right hand moving there. We're going to play that lick a few times. So get that one down. And then a little ending lick. So same idea, we're going to slide 5 to 7 to fill up that high E string. So down, up there. And then open to open on the high E. 4th fret with an upstroke. That's a very common kind of like fiddle sounding lick. I'm just looping measure 6. That's good practice. You have so you come out of that lick in measure 5. And then just a simple ending lick, 2nd fret on the A string, 2 open, and then 4, 2 open. Just like a little ending lick. And then measure 8's the same as measure 2 back into that open A slide. Same idea there, we just have a long A note as our melody and we're just going to a lower string, sliding into it, and then filling it up. those slides really fill up the sounds. That's what I'm using those slides to fill it up, really, is what I'm doing. It makes it sound like there's more going on than there really is, which is good in this case. So let's take those first, so you fill out the rest of that measure into measure 9, and that's where the melody basically is going to start over. So you could loop measures 1 through the beginning of measure 9. I'll do it really slow. Here we go. Slide A string, lick, ending lick, slide, loop it, So probably the trickiest part of those first 9 measures is that measure 5. So just practice that, loop that measure on its own. That was the trickiest measure for me to get up to speed and just play it clean a little faster. The other thing you could do is just like simplify that. If you wanted to, you could slide into that 4th fret and then go. You could take out some of that picking, like that.